Field as usual. We are at Bob Wren Stadium here on the campus of Ohio University, and it is a grand occasion. The Jackson Ironmen playing the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions, a familiar foe, with a district tournament championship and a berth in the regional tournament next week on the line. I'm joined, of course, as always, by Dan Morrow, and both of these teams, Dan, did the Survive and Advance Act to move ahead to this game. As we know, the Ironmen had to sweat out a 4-run deficit, but then came back strong to win 15-7, while the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions had it easier, jumped ahead early, defeated the Fairfield Union Lions 8-1.
So exciting, Pete Wilson, and what a game it was just 2 nights ago. That one was special. Just sitting here thinking how lucky we are. We've done district championship football games. We've done district championship basketball games. Now we're getting to do a district championship baseball game. Such a unique situation, and what an honor for Total Media to allow us to present that to the fans that can't make it here tonight. It's a 4 o'clock first pitch. It's a beautiful field, a beautiful setup. Frontier Athletic Conference foes, but it has been set up for a beautiful final here.
Absolutely, and we do want to remind everybody, of course, if you're tuning in on the radio, you already know that we're on 1330 AM and 105.3 FM. That's our FM companion station for the AM, but also we video stream, something we've added this year. It's gone over very well. We certainly appreciate all the guys on the video side that make that happen. And Dan, on Monday, we know that it was a very suspenseful game, and it was on the road, so we figured we'd have some attention. But let me tell you, we have had over 6,000 views on that game, and of course, we're back tonight with the video streaming. You can catch that live or later on the Total Media Facebook page and the Total Media YouTube page.
We know how lucky our community is, the way we support the schools, and now that we have a baseball team doing something very special, boy, you just see the community step up. The interest is there. It is a great thing. How lucky are we to be from the community of Jackson?
Right, the Ironmen, Dan, come in with a 23-4 record. I wish we could go to the record book and check this out. Maybe we'll find one somewhere, but we wonder if there's been a team that has won 23 games, a baseball team in all of our history. We wonder if a team, and we doubt it, has won 17 games in a row, and that's exactly where the Ironmen stand right now.
23-4, 10-0 from the Frontier Athletic Conference, which that seems like a long time ago now when we clinched the league and got to go undefeated in the league, which means nothing at the moment to this Washington Courthouse team. They were 5-5 in the Frontier Athletic Conference, but you know what? They're playing for a district championship just like we are. They can think about throwing out the records and let's just go for it. But when's the last time a Jackson team played 27 games in a regular season, let alone go 23-4. Very special season we're involved with, and what an opportunity and atmosphere it is here. And thank you for the group of people that it takes to stream these games and bring them to you on your television. There's a lot of work that took place for the last 2 hours to get this ready, so sit back and enjoy it if you're sitting at home. And for the fans that are here, we got a great contingent. They're getting excited. Might even be a little bit of a late arriving crowd because of the situation where everybody is working, trying to get here in time to do it. But if you can get here, it's sure going to be worth it.
All right, we're going to now have the playing of the national anthem, and we will listen along.
Please stand and face the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
Well, there you heard it. It's kind of like the summons to play ball when you've heard the national anthem, and we are very close. Both teams have, of course, warmed up. The umpires have had their pregame meeting with the two coaches, head coach Josh McGraw of the Ironmen, head coach Brian Yeasel of the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions. And Dan, of course, both teams being in the Frontier Athletic Conference, they do have some history this year.
Oh, no question about it. The Ironmen coming away with 2 wins earlier in the season, a 5-2 win at Sparky Howler Field. Then they backed it up the next night with an 11-5 win over at Washington Courthouse. Those don't mean anything right now, except in the Ironmen, they have to have confidence. Courthouse, so if this moment's not too big for them, because just last year, these younger underclassmen were part of a team that won a regional championship, went on to the state tournament, got beat in the semifinal game there. But this is a baseball team that's been very successful. They have high expectations also, and you know, they're here just as we are in a district championship type contest.
Right. Well, you talked about, you know, the Ironmen perhaps having the confidence of knowing that they can and have defeated Washington Courthouse not once but twice. On the other side, maybe a little extra determination for the blue and white to get over the top in this game, and they have probably gained in confidence too, because they've knocked off a couple teams that maybe they weren't supposed to get here, and they're playing very well right now. And obviously, with their background and with their coaching staff, they are a definite threat.
Motivation for their kids. How about for our kids, the ones that were part of the team last year, to lose a 1-0 game in a district semifinal to Courthouse last year and have Courthouse go on and get all the way to the state semifinals. So Jackson kids remember that also.
All right, we're ready for the first pitch. Gavin Jones is the starter for the Ironmen. Aiden Osborne is the leadoff hitter for the Blue Lions. He's the second baseman. He takes the first pitch a little bit high and away for ball 1. Second pitch, swing and a miss. Fooled him a little bit, I think, with the speed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jones, of course, pitched 2 2/3 innings on Monday, came in relief, and ended up picking up the win, and that come from behind win over Athens. There's a little chopper back at Jones. He's got it. Throws over to first. Got him. Well, first man retired.
Washington Courthouse very aware who Gavin Jones is. He was the Frontier Athletic Conference Player of the Year, as we've said many times. First team all-district. He has been a very special player. He did a nice job of kind of settling the Ironmen down just 2 nights ago and clinching that victory as the Ironmen bats came alive the last 2 innings. And tonight he's on the mound trying to win a district championship.
Bryce Yeasel, the son of the coach, first baseman.
Good-looking curveball there. In
there for a strike. Gavin Jones was the complete game winner in that game at Jackson back on the 22nd when the Ironmen won 5-2. That pitch looked good, but no, I guess it's a little low.
That was a 13 strikeout performance by Gavin way back. Seems like a long time ago now.
Right. Finished the game very strong. Washington Courthouse scored 2 runs, I think, in the third, and then nothing after that. It was Katie bar the door. Foul back to the screen by Yeasel. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jones, by the way, pitched 39 pitches, we understand, in relief to get that win. He is not under any curveball is inside. He's not under any pitch count limit other than the standing one of 125 pitches in any one game.
Coach McGraw used 4 different pitchers to get that semifinal win the other night, and Gavin did come in and do a fabulous job. Matter of fact, the last 5 batters Gavin faced in that sectional district semifinal game, he struck out.
2 2 pitches, a nice pitch down the heart of the plate. Yeasel doesn't swing, takes a called third strike for the second out of the inning. And here is John Wall, the shortstop. In 2 losses, Dan, Wall, though, has given the Ironmen fits offensively.
Well, Coach McGraw takes a strike on that first pitch. Coach McGraw stated he might be as good as any player in the league. Well, we've seen John Wall in basketball for a number of years and baseball. He's a special athlete.
0-1 pitch. Once again, took something off of it, and it's fouled to the screen. No balls and 2 strikes. Wall had a 3-hit game against the Ironmen in that 5-2 loss. Swing and a miss with a
what
fastball.
A start.
And in the inning, Jones mows him down 1, 2, 3, including 2 strikeouts, no runs, no hits, nobody left. Good start for the Ironmen after the first half inning of play. It's the Blue Lions, nothing. The Ironmen coming to bat. This is Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM. We go to the bottom half of the first inning here. The Ironmen get their first crack at the bat against the Courthouse pitcher. His name is Evan Lynch, and the Ironmen, firsthand at least, don't know a whole lot about him. I understand he did not appear in either game against the Ironmen. On Monday, Dan, when the Blue Lions won easily, Will Miller, who did pitch against the Ironmen in that 5-2 loss at Jackson, he had a complete game victory. So even though they don't have Miller tonight, they do have whoever else they have available to pitch, they can pitch.
Absolutely. By the way, Courthouse got here by beating Warren 4-0 early in their first tournament game. Then Fairfield Union the other night before our Jackson game by a score of 8-1. They're here the same way Jackson did, as Jackson defeated River Valley 7-0 on a no-hitter by Gavin Jones last week. And then the 15-7 kind of classic, I would call it. Ironman coming from behind 7-3 after 4 innings and scoring 6 runs in back-to-back innings to come away with a sectional semifinal win.
All right, the Ironmen about ready to come to bat, and it will be Boston Campbell in his normal leadoff position, but he is the second baseman. Ryan Simons at short. Nolan Johnson bats third in left field. Gavin Jones is the cleanup pitcher as well as the pitcher. Noah Ernst is the catcher batting fifth. Xander Irvin, the designated hitter, hitting sixth. Ramey Wyan is at first base tonight. He'll be batting seventh. Cade Wolford in center field batting eighth, and brother Bodie Wolford in right field batting ninth. So let's see what Evan Lynch has, number 4. He is normally in the Courthouse lineup, but this is the first time that the Ironmen have seen him on the mound. First pitch is down low, ball 1.
Boston been such a factor in these first 2 tournament games. He has 3 hits in the first 2 games, 3 RBIs. That's huge. He's scored a run, has 2 stolen bases, and has walked once.
Campbell waving the bat. Lynch comes back with the 1-0 pitch, and there's a ground ball up the middle. Wall's going to go to his right, get it, throw over to first, got him. Ground ball up the middle, but not hit hard enough for Wall not to be able to get over there, pick it up, and cleanly throw it over to first base. Wall, a very good shortstop as well as a hitter. Ryan Simons, the shortstop, and I'll tell you what, Dan Ryan had 3 hits in that victory over Athens, and I will remember that he's the one that started the 5th inning rally when we were down 7-3 and everybody was kind of worrying.
No question about it. He's been special. He has, as you said, 3 hits. He has 3 RBIs in the first 2 games in tournament play.
And
2 stolen bases, 2 runs scored, and a walk. So he has been so active there at the top of the order for the Ironmen.
The first pitch, by the way, to Simons was on the inside corner, called strike 1.
Looks like Waverly baseball team has got here. They are in the second game of this twin bill. They will face Miami Trace.
That pitch is low. That's the second time the ball's gotten by the catcher, Gavin Kaufman. Of course, no harm done. Nobody's on base. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That'll be the 7 o'clock time frame, the one we were the other night.
Both those teams with, if you go on the seeding, an upset victory in the semifinal.
Yes.
1-1 pitch coming to Simets. Looked good, and it was called strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Our men will have to get to know Lynch, his motion, his pitches. Usually the advantage goes to the pitcher the first time around. 1-2 pitch coming to Ryan Simons. Down low, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ironmen 6 runs in the 5th, 6 runs in the 6th to come back from a 7-3 deficit to defeat the Bulldogs on Monday. Very exciting.
All night we talked about the big backdrop here behind home plate.
2-2 pitch to Simons, line drive, hit the center field, and it drops in front of the center fielder, solidly hit, and the first hit in the district championship game belongs to Ryan Simons.
He's really swinging the bat well right now. He just stayed with that one, hits a nice line drive right over second base, bounces in front of the center fielder. We have a runner on.
The left fielder, number 5, Nolan Johnson.
Nolan Johnson comes up. He is a junior and the left fielder for the Ironmen. Has power and speed, nice combination. And they throw over to keep Simets close, and he goes in hands first over there. Simets getting a pretty good lead over there at first base. Lynch pitches, and that is a little low and inside.
Listeners, I tell you, I don't know how much rain exactly was here at Athens, but we sure saw a lot of rain in the Jackson area. The field looks beautiful, doesn't it?
I wasn't here in Athens, but my phone says it was raining here. And however, the forecast, pretty good through the evening at least, and that's outside ball 3. Rain expected, maybe around midnight. So we've got another final game to get through. But remember, we do have a turf infield, and it looks like that the outfield is in good shape as well. Quick throw over to Simons, a snap throw, but he's back there. He wasn't that far off.
Third baseman Sam Lotz had an older brother who's a pretty good pitcher, wasn't he? Playing in tight. Oh, and I was going to step back a little bit on the dirt. He was in on the grass on the last pitch.
3-0 pitch to Nolan Johnson. Swing and a miss. They let him loose on the 3-0 pitch. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Only complaint, Pete Wilson, in the daylight, it is kind of hard to read the scoreboard out in center field. The lights don't shine real well. Now, in the night game, it's perfect.
We could see it in the night game.
Yes.
And that is a foul ball past the Jackson dugout. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Lynch has come back to work himself into a full count here against Johnson. 1 man, 1 out. Simons is on at first after a line drive single to center. 3-2 pitch. Simons is going chopper. Lotz has it. He's going to have to throw over to first. Did they pull him off the bag? Oh, I guess he got his foot back there. And Simons is safe at second. Johnson is thrown out 5-3. A chopper. Third baseman had to wait for it to come down, and he was able to throw out Johnson. And I tell you, Dan, I think Nolan is bothered a little bit by that hamstring. He just couldn't show the speed we know he has on that.
Well, still a bang play. He wasn't far from beating that out as it was.
Not at all, and it does get Simons to second with 2 outs for a very good hitter in Gavin Jones.
Gavin had a very impressive double the other night. This is such a deep outfield. Fences once again.
Off-speed pitch called strike 1.
Both the distance down both lines, 340 feet, 380 to both left and right center field, and dead center is 405.
It's a big place. Lynch looks back at the runner. 0-1 pitch. That's low. Good block there by Gavin Kaufman.
I was going to say Kaufman, so important for the catchers, which we know we have a good one. With the big backstop in there, if they get through the catcher, runners advance. There's just no other thing about it.
It's almost automatic.
Yes.
1 ball and 1 strike to Gavin Jones. Runner at second, 2 men out. Called strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Which was certainly a factor in the 2 6-run innings for the Ironmen. We were very aggressive running bases, and they were having some wild pitch issues.
One-two pitch, and there's a ground ball through the hole into left field. Simons is being sent, and he is going to score without a throw as the shortstop cuts it off. Gavin Jones comes through a ground ball single between short and third. That plates the first run of the game, and the Ironmen draw first blood 1-0.
Nice job finding the gap in there between third base and shortstops. Both of them are outstanding fielders on the left side of the infield for Courthouse, but he found the spot to hit it to. It then hit slow enough into the left fielder. Ryan Simons scored easily.
Noah Ernst, the catcher, comes up. And that gets away from Coffin, but not far enough for Jones to try to go to second. Pitch was called ball 1.
Ernst swinging a good bat, has a couple hits, scored 3 runs, 3 RBIs, a walk, a stolen base in the first 2 tournament games.
Lynch looks over his shoulder at the runner at first. 1-0 pitch to Ernst. Called strike.
Good curve ball. Looked like it was coming in high and curved right down inside, probably across the letters.
Ernst shook his head, acknowledging it was a pretty good pitch there.
Yep.
1 ball and 1 strike. That's a little low, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
2 outs. Gavin Jones on first. He's already driven in the 1 run in the game when the Ironmen hold a 1-0 lead.
Every Ironman in the batting order, or at least every spot in the batting order, scored a run in that 15-7 win over Athens. And that is a fly ball to right field. Right fielder's got to play. He's got it is the right fielder coming in. Second baseman concedes to the right fielder there. So a pop fly to right field ends the inning. But the Ironmen do score a run. 1 run, 2 hits, No courthouse errors. One runner left on base at the end of the first inning of play. It's the Jackson Ironmen 1, the Courthouse Blue Lions 0. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball. This is Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM. We go to the top half of the second inning. It will be the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Washington Courthouse Blue Downs, down 1-0 after the first inning. Gavin Jones out there on the mound for the Ironmen put them down 1-2-3, including a couple of strikeouts.
2 all-district first-team players, Pete, involved in that first run. Ryan Simats with that pretty hit to center field, and then Gavin knocks him in with the shot in between the shortstop and third baseman. Ironmen have the 1-0 lead. Good start.
Sam Lott's the third baseman. Older brother Titus, one heck of a high school player. He was the top pitcher on a talented pitching staff that led Courthouse to an FAC championship last year and a trip to the state tournament before they were knocked off. First pitch to Lott's is hit hard but way foul over here to the left side. No balls and 1 strike.
Folks, a reminder that foul balls retrieved can be returned to either dugout.
I always enjoyed listening to Coach McGraw on the post-game show. And remember what he said about Sam's older brother? He will be pitching and making money someday.
And there's a line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Looked a lot like Ryan Simets' hit. A line drive single gets the second inning off to a good start for the Blue Lions. Here's Evan Lynch, the pitcher.
First man on, we've said it all year long. Majority of the time, those first men on end up scoring a run. Let's see if the Ironmen can get 3 outs and keep the goose eggs going.
Lynch, like Lots, bats from the left-hand side. And that pitch just a little low, I guess, for ball 1. No sign of a bunt there by Lynch. If Coach Yeasel was thinking he wanted to get that run back and move the runner over, not on that pitch anyway. And swing and a miss on a fastball, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Lots might be athletic enough they'd consider trying to steal him, but we don't see many people steal on Noah Ernst.
1-1 pitch, and now he squares the bunt, and he bunts foul. So they pulled the bunt out on the third pitch, trying to catch the Ironmen off guard maybe, and it's strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jones steps off, now steps back in. 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3, took a fastball, just looked at it, and it cost him for the first out of the inning.
Second called strikeout for Gavin, third strikeout altogether.
Will Miller, the left fielder, he'll have a game he'll remember for a long time, probably forever. Pitched a complete game victory in a district semifinal game Monday against Fairfield Union. Fairfield Union, in their sectional championship game, had knocked off the #1 seeded team, the Unioto Shermans. First pitch to Miller is outside ball 1. The second pitch is also outside ball 2. Ball bounces just a little bit away from Noah Ernst, but no advance by the runner.
There are 2 district championship games tonight here at Bob Wren Field. Ours is the first one. The second one is Miami Trace Waverly. Both those teams are here peaking because the 2 winners of the 2 games tonight will face each other in the regional semifinal.
And the next pitch is called low, ball 3. And so Jones falling behind Will Miller here with a runner on and 1 man out. 3-0 pitch. Called strike one on the outside corner. The infielders at short and second, Simons at short, Campbell second, pinching a little bit towards second base. And that ball is hit in the air. Cade Wooford going back, got it. And returning to first base is Sam Lotz. And
that one carried a little more than I think Cade thought. He came in early, but Cade can make up ground so quickly. Got back there and made the catch easily.
He did. He backpedaled and was able to make the play. Here is Cooper Robertson, the designated hitter. The man in the field that's not batting is Hunter Hinckley, the right fielder. So now 2 outs and 1 man on. Top of the second. Nice pitch on the outside edge, strike one. Another left-handed hitter for Courthouse.
Yes.
That's the 4th one, I think. And that pitch just off the corner that time. Jones trying to hit it again. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Righty versus lefty. So far, Gavin looking very comfortable.
Nice pitch again. Took something off it.
Boy, he's just hitting that outside edge with the curveball, outside edge of the plate against these lefties.
Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And there's a line drive, but foul, bended foul. Looked good coming off the bat, but way foul over the bullpen down there on the Jackson side. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Timeout called, and Mr. Robertson steps out. Now steps back in. 1-2 pitch again. And there's got fooled on it, but able to get the bat on it and fouls it back at the screen, our direction. Another foul ball. Here's the 1-2 pitch again. And there is a ground ball. Simons has it, and he's going to take it unassisted at second base. And so Courthouse is retired again in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no Jackson errors, 1 runner left on base. And in the middle of the second inning, it's the Jackson Ironmen 1 and the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions nothing. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It will be Xander Irvin leading off for the Ironmen, to be followed by Ramey Wyatt and Cade Wooford.
Pete, 2 good innings pitched by Gavin Jones. Here's an interesting stat. It took the 9th inning of him pitching in post-game baseball this year before he gave up a hit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Had the no-hitter in the opener in the sectional championship. In a second inning, he did give up a single, but got the next 3 batters out.
Right, they did score a run after he came in, but it was not charged to him. And then in the 6th and 7th inning, I mean, he put him down until Xander Irvin got the last out for us. And speaking of Xander Irvin, he will come up now. In the plans for Coach Brad Warmanot at the University of Rio Grande as a relief pitcher. And he does a lot of that for the Ironmen now. Also, the designated hitter is usually in the lineup. Swing and a miss on that first pitch from Evan Lynch.
Xander hitting so much better the last third of the season. Seems to be a pretty solid pull hitter. He works that left field line and hits it hard at times down there, and he's batting very well.
Pitch is inside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Courthouse defense is playing pretty much straight away and deep for Irvin. 1-1 pitch. And there's a hard grounder by the diving third baseman down the line. Xander Irvin's going to have a single, and he's going to be satisfied with that. The left fielder got over there pretty quick. That was Will Miller, but Irvin hit it hard and just by the diving Sam Lotz at third base.
Xander made me sound like I knew what I was talking about. He turned and pulled that one, and it was a shot between the bag and the third baseman into left field. Good start of the inning here.
Right, you could see it inside that white stripe, and the Ironmen get the leadoff runner on as Ramey Wyatt comes up. Another one of the Ironmen seniors. He's at first base tonight. First pitch to him is down low, ball one. He was one of 4 Jackson pitchers in that game Monday night. He was the starter. Tucker Williams came on in relief. Then it was Gavin Jones, and Xander Irvin retired the final batter.
You know, Ramey, remember the
quick critical
walks he drew late in the innings there. Did a fabulous job at the plate. Those walks were equivalent to hits each time.
Xander getting a pretty good lead over there himself at first base. Pitch to Ramey Wyatt, swing and a miss. Strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Wyatt. It's down low, ball one. Good block there by Kaufman.
We've mentioned that a couple times already. Kaufman has dug the ones out in the dirt nicely.
Right, I tell you, Dan, we had kind of the skies clear up a little bit, partly cloudy. Now it's starting to cloud up again here. Not supposed to have rain, the phone says, until midnight, but the phone has been wrong before.
It has been. Once in a while, the weatherman messes up.
Well, I just think it changes is what happens. I think they're probably right on when they're predicting. That was strike two.
It looks like it might go south of us, whatever's left. Carl Blaylock has given me a view of the radar. I think we're in good shape, Pete.
Oh, good deal. 1 and 2, and that ball is hit in the air. The second baseman goes back. I think he's going to try to make the play, and he does. Pretty far back there in the outfield. Right fielder was coming on, but the second baseman calls him off, makes the play, and that is the first out of the inning, and Xander Irvin has to return to first. All right, it'll be up to the Wooford boys now for the Ironmen to see if they can make any noise here in the second. Cade Wooford stands in. Brother Bodie Wooford is on deck. 1 out, 1 on. Ironmen leading 1-0, hoping to add on in this inning.
In the 2 playoff games, there's
called strike to Cade.
This is the third one, but the 2 previous ones, Cade has 3 hits, 3 runs scored, but 4 RBIs. Ian Bodie at the bottom of the order. Really been important for this Jackson team.
And that gets by Kaufman, and Xander's going to easily get to second base. Kaufman didn't know exactly which direction it went, so there's going to be no play for sure. Xander could have walked to second base. However it is, he runs, and he's there at second base on a wild pitch. A little bit low. Kaufman has had to block a few so far, and there's been quite a few with it. Kaufman has not been able to catch for the most part because they've been a little crooked. So Irvin now at second base after the wild pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
That's on the corner for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cade steps out, steps back in. One-two pitch to Cade. There's a ground ball up the middle. Wall's got it on him. The bounce throws over to first. Oh my, just got him over at first base. Cade had closing speed there. I thought it was bang, bang, but they call him out over there.
I think Cade thought he made it. He ran all the way down the right field line, just kind of in frustration there. But boy, that was a bang, bang play. Did advance Xander over to third, but
I tell you what that wild pitch did. I think Wall makes an easy play at second base to cut off the lead runner. I don't think they're going to get Cade then, but the difference in that wild pitch is there's a runner on third now with 2 outs instead of a runner on first. See what Bodie Wooford can do about that. He's the number 9 hitter, but he's been a good one all year, and there's a ground ball at Lotz. He's got it on 1 hop, throws over to first, got him. So Courthouse gets out of the inning with good defense there. In the inning for the Ironmen, no runs. One base hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. At the end of 2 innings of play, it's the Jackson Ironmen 1, the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 0. You are listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM. Gavin Kaufman, the catcher and the number 8 hitter through Washington Courthouse, is the leadoff hitter here, and his first pitch that he sees from Gavin Jones is called ball 1. Next pitch right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jones has struck out 3, has not walked anybody. Another, I guess that was a little outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Maybe a little high. It was close. 2-1 pitch to Kaufman. Down the heart of the plate again. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
3 strikeouts in 2 innings for Gavin. He's now facing the 8th and 9th hitter of the lineup for Courthouse.
2-2 pitch. That's way high for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jones sights the sign. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3, and over the outside corner curveball.
Called strike of the game so far for Gavin.
And this will bring up Bryson Heath, the center fielder. Winner of this game will advance to the regional semifinal. That will be against the winner of the second game here tonight that's scheduled for a 7 p.m. start, the Miami Trace Panthers and the Waverly Tigers. First pitch is a little bit low, ball 1 to Bryson Heath in the number 9 hole in the batting order.
One of our sponsors, Pete Wilson, Brad Munn here, and I'm very proud of him. You know why? He's wearing a Miami shirt to OU territory.
Deep fly to right field, but Bodie Wolford's got it in his sights, and he pulls it in with no trouble for the second out. Quickly, 2 up and 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Aiden Osborne, who hit a little chopper back to the pitcher and was thrown out, comes to the plate.
You were an OU grad. I was a Miami grad. You remember those old rivalries.
But you gave me a hard time back then. Well, wait a minute. You still do.
Oh, always
for different
will.
reasons. That pitch is outside for ball 1. And Osborne tried to hold up, couldn't, and gets a foul ball, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Miami Trace defeated Sheridan 3-1, and Waverly defeated New Lexington 3-2.
Two pitching battles in the second half of that doubleheader.
Line drive to left field. Nolan Johnson going back. It's over his head, and Aiden Osborne is going to steam into second. He's going to make a big turn. He's got to try to go to third. And he's going to make it. A triple for Aiden Osborne. Give him credit. He kind of looked out to the outfield where, Nolan Johnson and Cade Wolford were both retrieving the ball and saw that he might have a chance to get to third. And where the ball came in, he definitely got in there. A triple, a hustle triple for Aiden Osborne.
Well, he really hit it hard, and it was over Nolan. Nolan was catching ground up, just missed making the over-the-shoulder catch. Cade had to chase it down at the fence. His throw comes in a little bit late, and it's a triple on the board.
So Bryce Yeasel now with an RBI opportunity with his team down 1. He was a strikeout victim back in the first.
This big field we were talking about, we haven't seen any home runs or anything really close to going over the fence, but that's our 3rd triple we've seen against us the last 2 days.
Well, you're going to have that with a big field.
We got 3 really good athletes out there in the outfield, and they're going to try to make plays, and when you don't, the ball is going to roll for a while.
Count to Yeasel is no balls and 2 strikes. Didn't miss by much. Good block by Ernst. It was a little low, and he maneuvered his body over to make sure it wasn't going to get past him. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bryce Yeasel. Jones comes home with it. And swing and a foul back. Just barely caught up to that one.
Obviously, any threat that Courthouse has had here in the top of the 3rd inning. 2 outs, man on 3rd base.
1-2 pitch coming again to Yeasel.
Good looking pitch.
Oh,
wow.
my. And the umpire says no. Jones was going, and the infield was going too.
A few folks in red shirts, I don't think, agreed with him on that one.
2 balls and 2 strikes. And there's a ground ball right at Campbell. He's got it. Short throw over there. He's retired. So Yeasel is retired on the ground out with a runner at 3rd. That was a big out. So Courthouse comes up empty in the third in spite of a threat. No runs, 1 hit, no Jackson errors, 1 runner left on base. In the middle of the third inning, it's the Jackson Ironmen 1, the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions nothing. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM. We go to the bottom of the third for the Ironmen. We will go back up to the top of the order. Those batters did produce a run in the first inning, the only run through either team so far. Campbell started the game with a ground out to the shortstop, and he bats for the second time now. Ironmen got a runner to third the second inning after a Xander Irvin single, and he moved around there on a wild pitch and a ground ball, but Ironman couldn't get him out, couldn't get him in spite of hitting the ball on the ground twice to the infield.
All Frontier All Conference second baseman Boston Campbell, second team All District senior. Been a great senior year for him, the only senior on the Jackson Ironman basketball team.
Lynch ready to go. Campbell stands in. He's ready too. The first pitch is down low and inside for ball 1. Lynch has not struck out anybody, only given up 1 run and 3 hits.
I was just going to say the Ironmen are hitting the ball. They've just not had any strikeouts yet.
Low, ball 3.
On the other side, Gavin Jones has 4 strikeouts in the first 3 innings.
Good eye by Campbell. Ironmen are pretty disciplined at the plate. They can be aggressive, but they don't swing at a lot of bad pitches. That pitch is right down the heart of the plate on 3-0, and it's now 3-1. 2-1, I'm sorry. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lynch rocks and throws. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Campbell has the advantage of a 3-1 count here. Here comes the pitch. And there's a line drive to left field. Left fielder is going back, and he's got it.
Right at him. Boy, did Boston turn on that nicely. Hit it hard, but right at the left fielder.
Right, the left fielder just had to take a few steps to his right, and it was about head high, and turned out to be an easy out on a hard hit.
The shortstop, number 6, Ryan Simons.
Ryan Simons comes up. He singled and scored the game's only run. He had a line drive single to center to get things going for the Ironmen in that first inning. Pitch is called strike 1. Fastball on the letters. Pitch to Simons is hit on the ground by Lotz, and it bounces off his glove. Wall went over to try to get it, but the deflection, he overran the deflection there as it went into left field, and a single for Ryan Simons. Well placed, Dan Morrow.
No question about it. Ryan Simons had 3 hits in the River Valley game, a big hit the other night in the Athens game, and now 2 for 2 tonight.
Johnson comes up. He was thrown out on a close play on a chopper to the third baseman back in the first inning. Pitch just a little bit higher outside or both. 1 ball and no strikes.
Obviously, Lott's really good baseball player, but boy, he's playing in very tight at third base.
Expecting maybe the bunt. 1-0 pitch to Nolan, and he swings away, and it's popped up foul, and it is going to make it out of play. And one of the courthouse Blue Line fans had a chance to make the play and did not. And
did you give him an E?
No, I'm not going to do that. In high school baseball, there are no souvenirs no matter what. You got to return the ball, or you better run the other way.
One or the other. If you paid $7 or $8 to get here, you're not going to run the other way.
Quick throw over there. Simons was not too far off the base, and he gets back in standing up. Pitch. Johnson's ball gets away. They throw down to second base, and Simons, he's out. Close play down there. Simons tried to go when the ball got away from Kaufman, not too far. Throw was a little high, but they must have tagged Simons coming in.
I mean, really a great play by the second baseman. He's still on the dead run. The ball didn't get away. It went right in front of the plate, so they had an opportunity. They make the throw, and he gets the tag down. Another bang-bang play, but the Ironmen are on the short end of that call.
The count to Johnson is 2 balls and 1 strike. Ball 3 outside, 3 balls and 1 strike.
There's one where the catcher was able to keep it in front of him. That was a difference maker.
Simons wasn't going on the play. He went after the ball got away from the catcher. And there's a hard ground ball by the third baseman down the line. And Nolan Johnson, he's going to try to get the second. There's going to be a play, and the throw is just a little bit offline, and Nolan Johnson hustles in there for a double. Took an eye on the left fielder there, thought he might have a chance. There was a chance for a play. Throw came in just a little bit offline, and Johnson is in at second base with a double.
There are 2 outs, but an Ironman in running or in scoring position there, and that's Nolan Johnson. Gavin Jones up at the plate. He had a hit in the first inning and the lone RBI in this contest.
That's the 4th hit for the Ironmen, or 5th hit rather for the Ironmen. So that was a big out to throw Simons out at second base. Ironmen still have a chance here with a runner at second and 2 outs. Pitch to Jones is just off the plate for ball 1. Ironmen leading 1-0, bottom half of inning number 3. This is a district championship game. The winner goes to the baseball's version of the Sweet 16 next week. Pitch to Jones is low, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Defense, infield defense pitching towards second base at the shortstop and second base positions. 2-0 pitch to Jones is high and away, ball 3. Jones looking at a 3-0 pitch. Ball 4 inside.
Was that semi-intentional maybe?
I don't know. The only person that knows that is Evan Lynch and maybe the catcher.
I probably wouldn't be intentional, but they weren't going to give Gavin anything too good to look at. Problem is, though, Noah Ernst follows him, and the pitcher's going to get a discussion here with the coach of Courthouse. They're going to talk things over. They bring the whole infield in.
That's Coach Bryce Yeasel coming out. Of course, he knows that this is a key situation here. Jackson leading by 1, and of course, Gavin Jones on the mound. You figure you're not going to score a lot of runs if he's on his game.
Absolutely, and last year, as we've reminded everybody, it just took 1 run to Courthouse defeat us in the district semifinal contest, a 1-0 score.
Well,
it's interesting, after the meeting, every one of the infielders kind of patted him on the back or top of the head or whatever there, just kind of encourage him.
Meeting has broken up, and Noah Ernst, who hit a mid-level fly ball to right field for an out, is the batter.
Number 25, Noah Ernst.
Pitch to Ernst. It gets away from Kaufman. Nault Johnson is going to get the third, and Jones is going to get the second. Kaufman thought about making a throw, but decided to hold on to it. And so a wild pitch moves up both runners now. And so the opportunity expands now a little bit for Noah Ernst as the runners are 90 feet closer at both stations.
A little pressure on Kaufman, the catcher, not to let one get through to the backstop.
Count to Ernst is 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch called strike 1. Nice pitch. Just above the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ironmen with a golden opportunity here to maybe add to their 1-0 lead. 2 runners on, third and second, 2 outs. 1-0 pitch to Ernst. And that is fouled at the plate for a strike.
Good cut at it by Noah. Just fouled it off. Base hit here could probably produce 2 runs for the Ironmen.
The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Evan Lynch trying to keep things where they stand right now, 1-0. 1-2 pitch to Ernst, and it's fouled at the plate. Just did get a piece. Kaufman unable to hang on to the ball.
I think that foul tip came off Kaufman. He's kind of walking that off right now.
Right, I tell you what, you have shin guards, you got a chest.
It doesn't matter,
it doesn't matter.
It would hurt.
I mean, it's jarring, and you're not protected on every inch of your body. And sun comes back out again. We are about 81 degrees, I believe, baseball weather.
A touch of a breeze kind of headed out to left center field.
Yeah, we can see the trees swaying a little bit out there. 1-2 pitch coming to Ernst again. Outside, ball 2, and the Courthouse fans wanted strike 3, didn't get it. A little bit of anticipation over there.
Jackson with a 1-0 lead, but have 2 runners in scoring position. Kind of a big moment here in the contest with 2 outs.
2-2 pitch to Noah Ernst. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Lynch there with 2 runners on base at third and second. In the inning for the Ironmen, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. There was 2 runners left on base at the end of 3 innings of play. It's still a close one. The Jackson Ironmen 1, the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 0. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports, 1330 AM and 105.3 FM. We go to the top half of the 4th inning, a fast-moving game. Both pitchers doing a pretty good job. Evan Lynch, in particular, been very adept at minimizing damage after the Ironmen get runners on base. Ironmen have 5 hits, but only 1 run to show for it.
When the semifinal contest, the doubleheader the other night, talk about 2 different type games. With us, 8-1 was the one score, 15-7 the other. In the other division of the bracket, 3-2 and 3-1, true pitchers battles, but tonight this one looks like a pitching battle, doesn't it?
It has the look of it so far. We
Even
know how
though we've hit
change.
the ball well, we have 1 run to show for it, but we have hit the ball well.
John Wall, the shortstop's up. He struck out the first time, and he takes high ball 1, first pitch.
Oh my gosh, Steve Lloyd, our Florida buddy, he is watching from Hawaii today. How's that for streaming capabilities?
And there's a hard. Picks it up quickly, and that's going to hold Wall to a single, and that ball was scorched.
And John Wall scorches that baseball an awful lot. Don't know what his season average is, but I'll guarantee it's over 400, wouldn't you think?
That is the third hit against on Jones. And this will bring up Sam Lotz. He singled the first time and then was forced at second base. And Lotz hits it in the air, but foul, and I believe it's going to be out of play. Easton McGraw goes over there, but it's way out of play. Strike one.
Don't see many batters turn on the ball and pull it that hard against Gavin Jones. Wall is a special player.
Getting a good lead over there. There's the pitch. Just off the plate for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Courthouse got their first runner on in the second inning, and Gavin got the next 3 batters out. See if he can do the same.
Pitch to Lotz. That is hit in the air to the left fielder. Left fielder going back.
He's got to go a long way.
Oh, boy. It just goes foul. Ball hit not quite as far as I thought, and foul instead of fair. I don't think the wind took it over there. Looks like it's blown the other way. Shortstop couldn't quite get there, and neither could the left fielder Johnson.
2 pretty fast players, Nolan Johnson in left field and Ryan Simets at shortstop, and they just miss getting there, but it does fall foul by a couple feet.
The only good thing about it, it is strike 2. One-two pitch. Line driver up the middle, a base hit, another good liner. Clothesline line drive by Sam Lotz. And the first 2 Courthouse players here, the 3 and 4 hitters, have hit ropes.
3 and 4 hitters are baseball players in this lineup.
And this will be Evan Lynch. He took a called third strike back.
The pitcher, number 4, Evan Lynch.
Oh boy, Lynch is strikeout victim, Dan. Don't want to try to think too hard, but
when you
2
think
runners on base,
you
maybe
might
a
want
bunt.
to consider a bunt.
Right.
We see Ramey Wyant step in from first base. He's in on the turf.
And Lynch does square, and the pitch is outside for ball 1. He was going to try to bunt, but the pitch was outside. Easton McGraw at third base, of course, has to be ready to cover the bag.
Yeah, he's staying in the base line. He'd normally be coming in very shallow on that, but can't because of the 2 runners on.
And Jones steps off, but there was nobody out there to take the throw anyway. Wall is the runner at second. Lotz is the runner at first. Ramey Wyant is coming in, and that pitch is called strike on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He did show bunt, but did not make contact.
Well, if he can, he needs to bunt it towards the third baseman because of the defensive situation. 1-1 pitch, and it's bunted back to the pitcher Jones. He's going to take it to first base. Out Campbell took the throw over there, and Lynch does get the job done. A sacrifice moves both runners up as Jones goes to first, the safe out over there. Wall goes to third, Lotz goes to second, and Will Miller, who flied out to center field, comes to bat with a golden opportunity to try to at least tie this game, or maybe more.
Considered maybe their number 1 pitcher. Now he's doubling as a left fielder, so he's obviously one of their better baseball players, and we'll see Coach Williams is going to take the walk out and talk things over with Gavin.
You know, you wonder, I know it's early and it's 1-0. Miller, I remember, was a pretty good hitter against Jackson. I'm just wondering if they are thinking about maybe putting Miller on.
Well, that, and also maybe just to talk over, let's remember a year ago we were defeated 1-0 by a squeeze bunt. And that is not out of the realm of possibility at this moment.
It worked then.
Let's hope it doesn't work now.
Once again, batting for Washington, the left fielder, number 13, Will Miller.
Well, big at-bat here for Will Miller, and a big batter for Gavin Jones in the Ironmen. First pitch to Will Miller, stays outside, an off-speed pitch. Their first base is open. One-0 pitch to Miller. Here it comes. And that is hit in the air The center fielder is coming in.
It's not too deep. Cade with a very good arm.
Cade's got it, and they're going to try to throw home, and they go back. Oh, nice throw by Cade Wolford.
He was out if he would have kept running.
Well, I tell you what, Wall went as soon as Cade caught the ball. I thought he was coming, but he thought better of it about a third of the way down the line.
These teams know each other. They know how all three of our outfielders have outstanding arms. I don't think they wanted to test Cade on that one. They didn't. Now the Ironmen have an opportunity. Gavin has a chance to pitch himself out of a tough spot.
Cooper Robertson out on a fielder's choice in the first inning. He wasn't out, but the guy ahead of him was.
Cooper is the DH, so obviously he can hit the ball.
Pitch a little high and away. Two runners on, but now two runners are out. Pitch to Robertson. Just off the plate.
Gavin does have the luxury of first base open. He doesn't have to give Robertson anything too good to swing at.
2 balls and 1 strike is the count. Swing and a miss through the fastball by him, 2-2. Jones looks in. Another big pitch coming, and Robertson decides to step out, but not for very long. We're ready again. 2-2 pitch coming. Oh,
that was close.
With your radio, folks, I didn't mean to not call the play. It was a very close play, a pitch on the outside count, on the outside edge. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that is popped up. I believe it's going to be out of play. Somebody in the Jackson stands is going to have a chance there, and he did not get it either. So we're tied 1-1 there.
He had to reach for it. It wasn't an error.
No error.
No error. Good effort.
It would have taken a good play, but I bet you he'd like to have it over.
Or maybe just stayed seated and not gone for it.
3-2 pitch to Robertson again.
Oh!
And there's a ground ball bouncer. Campbell's got it. Friendly bounce over the first
job.
out. So Jackson gets out of the jam of their own there. Jones pitches out of it, gets 2 outs. Nice play by Cade Wolford to get the ball in and deny Wall scoring on the sacrifice fly. It ends up in the inning, no runs, 2 base hits, no Jackson errors, 2 runners left on base. In the middle of the 4th, it's the Jackson Ironmen 1, the Washington Courthouse Blue Line 0. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning in this tightly played 1-0 game. A lot of drama, not a lot of runs, but both teams have had their opportunities go by. And right now, that 1 run that Jackson scored in the first inning is holding up.
Boy, to get to do broadcast games like this, thank you to Total Media, our sponsors, so important. Ramey's Homes and Auto Group, Monroe Collision, Jackson County Banking Center, McDonald's of Jackson, Osborne Equipment Service, Honda, Suzuki, Polaris, Can-Am, Jackson, Dan Daly, State Farm Insurance, Brian Moore Construction, Southern Ohio Smiles, we'll get through them, Edward Jones and Chad Niddle, Jackson County Health Department and their search program, and Hot Heads Burritos. Thank you to every one of them. They have been very special this year to allow us to have this kind of fun.
First pitch to Xander Irvin is called strike one, inside corner.
What a shot down third baseline Xander did in his first time up.
And strike two call in about the same place. I'm not thinking that Xander liked either call or agreed.
Almost felt Xander does crowd the plate a little bit. One reason I think he pulls it so nicely, but he kind of jumped out of the way of that one, and it gets to be a called strike on him.
And another ground
shot.
Ball. Third baseman Lotz has got it. He's going to have to make a good throw over to first base, and he does. Nice play there by Lotz at third base. Irvin hit it hard again. Third baseman, though, makes the play.
Dives for that one, extends, gets it in his glove, jumps up off the ground a la Brooks Robinson, and throws Xander out by a step.
Ramey Wyatt hit a shallow fly ball that the second baseman went into the outfield to get back in the second inning for an out. Swing and a miss, fooled him on that. Strike one. Lynch only has one strikeout. He's lived dangerously almost every inning. But he's hung in there, and he's got his team very much in this game. Swing and a miss, strike two.
Saying the first 3 innings, the Ironmen scored a run in the first and got runners all the way to third base in the second and third.
Lynch ahead of Wyatt, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Called strike three. That is Lynch's second strikeout, and he looks like he's pitching with a little bit more authority here in the fourth.
Young man that made a big fielding play in the top of the third inning there. Cade Wooford coming up to bat. Caught a fly ball in center field, made it a great throw to home plate and forced a runner to stay on third, not tagging up. Didn't want to test Cade's arm.
Lynch throws. Called strike. Took something off that. Lynch throwing strikes in this inning.
Like all good pitchers, maybe getting a little better as we go along.
0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two.
And it appears Lynch fits that description.
Wolford in a hole, 0-2. Lynch has gone after every Jackson hitter in this inning. By far his best inning. That pitch is low and outside for ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Brother Bodie on deck.
Winner of this game goes to the regional semifinal. Next week here, the game will be Thursday afternoon. Pitch is high and outside for ball two.
The winner gets well rested. 8 days till they play the next game. That'll seem like an eternity, especially in baseball when you play anywhere from 3 or 4 games a week, especially down the stretch when you're doing some makeup games.
Lynch ready to deliver the 2-2 to Cade Wolford. Called strike three on the inside corner. Nicely placed pitch. Wonderful inning by Mr. Lynch. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Lynch. At the end of 4 innings of play, it's the Jackson Ironmen 1, the Washington Courthouse Blue Line 0. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM. We come around to the 5th inning here in a quickly moving 1-0 game. Gavin Jones, 4 shutout innings. Courthouse has reached him for 4 hits, but no runs yet. And it will be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters that he'll face here in this inning. Gavin Kaufman leads off. He took a called 3rd strike back in the 3rd. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
It's a nail-biter, Pete. This is a lot of drama out there, as you said. A lot of baseball is taking place, but it's a 1-0 score. Ironmen are ahead. That's better than the other night. We were down 7-3 at this spot.
Paul is inside on another off-speed pitch.
I don't think we have to score 12 more runs in this one.
I don't believe so.
Nope.
Pitch called, strike 2 across the knees. Good fastball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch coming from Jones. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Jones rings up a strikeout. That would be number 5, I believe.
The center fielder, number 3, Bryson Heath.
Bryson Heath hit a fly ball that Bodie Wolford caught back in the 3rd inning. Pitch must have missed, ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1, behind on the fastball. Want to remind our audience, if you're listening on the radio, you can also see what's going on our video stream. That's low, ball 2. It's on the Total Media Facebook page and the Total Media YouTube page. Of course, you can go back and listen to it later. You can't do that on the radio side, but you can do it on the video side, because those broadcasts are posted, and that is called ball 3 to Bryson Heath.
Our streaming crew that makes this possible, Peter. Wish they could hear all the compliments that we hear. People certainly enjoy being able to watch the game.
Called strike 2. It looked like he was taken all the way, and the count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch coming. Called strike 3. Looks like that he was going to take a chance and just hang on to the bat, and it cost him. Another strikeout for Jones, number 6, his 2nd in a row. We go back to the top of the order, and Aiden Osborne had that triple, Dan, where he hit it over Nolan Johnson's head in left field and then hustled a double into a triple, I think.
6 strikeouts for Gavin, 4 of them of the called strike variety.
Called strike to Aiden Osborne. Yeah, Osborne is a left-handed hitter, and that triple went to left field. Good power. Not a big guy as Aiden. Stockily built, but not a big fella. Called strike 2. Foul speed pitch across the letters. 0-2 pitch coming to Aiden Osborne. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Took something off of it. Fooled him. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Gavin Jones here in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Mr. Jones struck out the side in the middle of the 5th. It's the Jackson Ironmen 1, the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 0. You are listening to Jackson Ironmen Tournament Baseball on 105.3 FM and Fox Sports 1330 AM.
This is quite possibly the most recognized painting in the world.
Whatever you do, Cliff, stay away from that painting.
Don't worry about it. I have everything under control. Oops.
Some things are easier to fix than others. Thank goodness your car is one of them. If you ever find yourself in an accident, give the professionals at Monroe's Frame and Collision a call and let them get you back on the road in no time.
In Jackson, call 288-1313.
Our family works hard so we can serve your family. That's the motto at Ramey's Used Cars, which is located 7 miles west of MacArthur on US Route 50 next to Ramey's Homes. Ramey's has been providing quality pre-owned vehicles since 1970, and Ramey's also has a high-quality parts department. Give Ramey's Automotive a call today at 596-4694, and don't forget to check out John's weekly specials. Just look for the signs and the vehicles in the front of the lot.
in the second inning.
Number 1, Bodie Wolford.
Of course, Evan Lynch coming off his best inning where he put the Ironmen down 1-2-3 and had 2 called strikeouts to end the inning. Swing and a miss. Bodie couldn't catch up to that one. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch to Bodie. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Just an FYI, Xander Irvin threw a few warm-up pitches in the bullpen. I think that's a just in case. Gavin not going anywhere right now after striking out the side the top of the fifth inning.
Lynch pitching very well right now ahead of Wolford 0-2. That pitch is low and away, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
There is some activity in the courthouse bullpen. We can't see through the Ohio University tarp up there, so we can't tell who it is exactly.
Well, Kylan Eskins was one of the one down there, but he might have been the catcher. There's a chopper. Third baseman Lotz got it on the far hop, throws a little bit high, but they get Wolford. The first baseman does a swipe tag just to make sure, and so Wolford is retired for the second time, 5-3, third base to the first base.
Lotz has been very solid down there at third base, made a beautiful play last inning. That one he was able to field a short, high bouncer, and his throw a little bit wide, but first baseman did a good job. Catch, tag, and first out of the inning.
Campbell grounded out to short, and a screaming liner caught by the left fielder. High and away, ball 1 to Boston.
Boston has our hardest hit ball, but it just happened to be right at the left fielder.
Pitch is high and away, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
The Telegram is here in Forest. Todd Compston, sports editor here. Red Thompson, photographer extraordinaire, also at the stadium.
Campbell has a notion, but it cost him. Called strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And I'm joined with the editor.
That's right. We're here. They gave us a pretty good seat here, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
The 2-1 pitch to Boston Campbell. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Lynch here in his 5th inning of work gave up 5 hits in the first 3 innings, but he is looking pretty good right now.
Looks as strong as he's looked all day long, all afternoon long, I guess.
2-2 pitch to Campbell. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch coming. And that is a fly ball. No, it's a little foul ball. Is the catcher going to get it?
Yes,
oh, nice play.
Good hustle play by the catcher. He covered the ground nicely.
It really was a nice play by the catcher. He got out of his squatting position very quickly.
He's running with his back to the field, facing the dugout, and makes the catch on the dead run. So it is now 6 straight batters for the Ironmen out. Ryan Simet's come up. He is perfect on the evening with 2 base hits. 2 singles and a run scored.
Simet's 2 singles and a run scored. You're right. 2 men out here for the Ironmen here in the 5th inning. Lynch staying out there and getting stronger, it looks like, as the game goes. That's called strike 1 to Ryan.
Well, his control is very good right now. Like I said, Petey's put down a total of 6 straight Jackson Ironman batters.
Pitch to Simet, swing and a miss. He might have got a piece of it, but it's still strike 2. Oh-2 pitch coming. 2 outs, nobody on. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Courthouse defense, pretty much the whole game has been straight away and deep. One-two pitch coming to Ryan Simetz. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Lynch in the inning for the Ironmen. No runs, no hits, nobody left. At the end of 5 innings of play, it remains the Jackson Ironmen 1, the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 0. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM.
Hello, Osborne Equipment Service.
I need to order pizza.
We don't have any pizza.
Can I get a cheeseburger?
We don't have any food. I think you might have the wrong number.
You always say you have something for everyone.
We do, with parts and service for trucks, trailers, buses, and RVs. And we're family owned and operated. We don't do food, but I've got a truck so I can go pick up a pizza if you want.
While you're at it, my mom wants a salad.
Your diesel specialist since 1979. Osborne Equipment Service in Jackson, Ohio. Call 800-937-3501.
Financial advisor Chad Niddle of Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Cincinnati Reds baseball on 97 Country the Bull WCJO.
I'm Chad Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones financial advisor. I believe feeling rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about living life on your terms with financial strategies that help support a life you love. Because the key to being rich is knowing what counts. So contact me today at 740-286-4872 and let's find your rich.
Edward Jones, Member Securities Investor Protection Corp.
The first baseman, number 11, Bryce Yeasel.
We go to the top half of the 6th inning in this 1-0 game. Bryce Yeasel leads off for Courthouse. He's the number 2 hitter. He takes called strike 1. Dan Morrow, it's a 7-inning game, but I believe this inning could be a big one to determine the outcome, as Courthouse has their best hitters coming up right now.
Right now, in some way, shape, or form, Gavin and the Jackson Ironman defense need to get 6 more outs.
That pitch just missed, Dan. Ball 1. 6 outs to go, but they're big ones.
District championship baseball.
High ball 2. We were told, by the way, that Gavin Jones has been pretty economical on his pitching. 74 pitches through 5 innings. The 2-1 pitch, called strike 2. Don't think Yeasel agreed.
Probably means the third base coach didn't either. His dad down at third base, the head coach.
2-2 pitch. Oh, Ernst came out of his squat like he thought it was strike 3, but it's not. It's ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball. Easton McGraw's got it on 1 hop, throws over to first, out.
Nice play. Easton McGraw had to range to his left, scooped it up, and makes the throw. Big first out.
Right, hit it pretty hard, but
yes,
Easton got it on a good hop and then made the good throw over to first. Wall struck out the first time and then had a line drive single to center the second time. Nice off-speed pitch for strike 1.
These next 2 hitters appear to be outstanding hitters at the plate. We know John Wall is, and we think Sam Lotz is a outstanding player fielding and hitting.
And they throw Wall another off-speed pitch, and he fouls it into the upper deck, is what we would call it here at Bob Wrenn Stadium.
Always good to get ahead of the count on this young man.
Count is 0-2. He's given him 2 curveballs so far. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball this time a little bit wide, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Our men are shifted a little bit in the infield, at least, towards the left side. Campbell at second base definitely pulled over towards the center of the diamond. Count is 1-2 to John Wall. Pitch coming. And that's a fly ball. That's going to be in the gap, I believe.
Nope.
No, Cade's got it. Oh, Cade dropped the ball. Cade dropped the ball out there in center field.
He ran it down. It hit his glove. Cade covers so much ground but couldn't quite keep hold of it, so that turns into a error by the center fielder, and Wall was on base.
Right, I thought when the ball left the bat it was going to make the gap, but Cade can make up a lot of room.
He gets there quick.
He did get there. The ball was in his glove, and just doggone it, it popped out. Sam Lotz, he has 2 singles. Pitch is down low, ball 1.
Ironmen have not yet to get this young man out. And he's made a number of good plays at third base.
A little bit high, ball 2. Sam Lotz, the third baseman. 2 singles, both of them hard hit. And he checks his swing, and it cost him strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike.
1 out, 1 on, top of the 6th inning already. Fast-moving baseball game here. A district championship is on the line.
Swing and a foul at the plate. Fooled him a little bit with an off-speed pitch. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Umpire goes out and hands the ball to Gavin Jones. Has a little bit more time to think about his next pitch as he walks back to the mound. Key situation here, Mr. Morrow.
Absolutely, Pete.
Courthouse is perhaps their best hitter up with their team down 1 run and 1 runner on base. Here's your 2-2 pitch. Oh, just missed a little bit high, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Oohs and ahs from the crowd here. And, you know, it had to be a late arriving crowd with it being a 4 o'clock baseball game, but good crowd on hand now.
3-2 pitch. It's hit in the air, but foul. It's going to come into the upper deck on the Jackson side. And there was one lady over there who wasn't going to lose her pop. She gets out of the way. So right now, the bleachers 0 for 3 on fielding opportunities. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch again. Called
Yes.
strike 3, and Lotz was making the walk down to first base, and he has to make a U-turn and go to the dugout.
What he just did, I don't think home plate umpires like. He threw the bat clear over toward the dugout, was halfway down the first baseline, but it's a big strikeout by Gavin.
If for what it means, Dan, looked good, didn't it? Good knife off speed pitch. He must not have been looking for it. Pitch to Lynch is high and away, ball 1.
5th Gavin Jones strikeout on a called strikeout. 2 outs now, still runner on first.
Pitch to Lynch is outside, ball 2. Wall getting the lead out first. 2-0 pitch. And that's a fly ball deep to center field. Wolford is going back. And he's not going to get it. A run is going to score. In to score. He slides. He doesn't have to. And into third is Evan Lynch with a very big triple out there.
Boy, and that was a tough one. It was hit. Cade covered a lot of ground there. Did graze his glove, but then goes all the way to the fence. Allows Lynch to end up on third base, and the tying run scores.
It was scolded.
Yes, it was hit hard.
Cade got back there, got his glove on it, it looked like, and it went off his glove and there's a fly ball. It's going to drop in there, and then it gets by Johnson down there on a bad hop. So the base runner is going to get a double, Will Miller, and just like that, Courthouse has taken the lead 2-1.
Wow, did things change in a hurry. 2 extra base hits here in the inning, along with an error. And now we'll see Coach Williams take a walk out and talk things over with Gavin again. 2-1 is your score as Courthouse takes the lead. Boy, they're excited over in their dugout. Triple and a double back-to-back.
Yeah, Will Miller went the other way with the runner at third. Cooper Robertson is the batter.
Coach Williams talks to Gavin a little bit, gives him a little pat on the back, and now is walking back toward the dugout.
Courthouse, 2 runs in the 6th inning. They are going to go down as unearned runs. However many they score, they're going to be unearned. And the pitch bounces in there, and the runner is going to advance to third. That was bounced in there, got away from Ernst, and easily over to third is Will Miller.
Breaking pitch that was just a couple feet short. Noah tried to get in front of that one, but it bounces off of him and back, and that allows the runner to get to third. There are 2 outs.
Swing and a miss on that pitch, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. That ball is hit into center field. Wolford goes back, and it goes off his glove. Another run is going to score. It's now 3-1. Well, Cade got Cade got back on that one. And once again, just wasn't able to hold on to it.
Cade is running toward the dugout. I don't know if it's a glove issue. I think it is. I think there's something wrong with his glove. He hands it to Coach McGraw.
Sure, I think we must have an equipment
issue there. They're working. They found another glove in the dugout for Cade. Now he's heading back out to center field. 3 runs have scored. Still 2 outs. Runner on first base. That is Robertson. Kaufman, the catcher, is up to plate. 3-1 is now the Courthouse lead.
Kaufman has struck out twice. Called strike 1. Line drive, snared by Simets over there. So a big inning, though, obviously, for Courthouse as they score 3 runs on 2 base hits, 2 Jackson errors, and 1 runner left on base. In the middle of the 6th, it's now the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 3 and the Jackson Ironmen 1. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM.
Southeast Appalachian Regional Community Health of Ohio is proud to present The Search Project. The Search Project through the Jackson County Health Department is a program designed to decrease the negative impacts of COVID-19 and other public health issues and promote healthy behaviors through the deployment of community health work. The project is funded by CDC and serves 11 counties in southeastern Ohio. For more information, contact the Jackson County Health Department at 740-935-6322.
Sir, we're receiving an urgent message from Honda Suzuki of Jackson.
Stand by. It's the Polaris liquidation sale. Everything must go for a limited time only. Hurry into Honda Suzuki Polaris Can-Am and KO of Jackson now for the best selection. Check out the full inventory at HondaofJackson.com or call 740-286-4956. Yes, we have it on radar. Look at that big red roof. Do not wait. Immediate financing available. The Polaris liquidation sale happening now. Honda Suzuki Polaris Can-Am and KO of Jackson.
You're listening to Jackson Ironman Baseball on Fox Sports 105.3 FM and AM 1330 WYPC Jackson.
Okay, we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning, and Jackson, of course, was looking at a 4-run deficit in the 5th inning last time, and this time it's uphill again. They trail by 2 with 2 turns at bat left to go. The Ironmen will have Nolan Johnson, Gavin Jones, and Noah Ernst scheduled here against Evan Lynch, who has looked honestly super the last 2 innings.
Well, we were saying, wonder if Jackson can get the last 6 outs. Now, can Courthouse get the last 6 outs? We certainly hope not.
Johnson has doubled and grounded out.
3rd, 4th, and 5th hitters for the Ironmen this inning.
That pitch bounces in there for ball 1. There was a pitcher warming up the last inning for Washington Courthouse. Somebody probably is ready if needed. 1-0 pitch. Called strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Nolan with a shot down the left field line his last at bat, ended up a double.
1-1 pitch. Outside ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. And in the front row, the first 2 rows, the Miami Trace Panthers are watching the game. I wonder who they're rooting for. Pitch is down low, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. They're big county rivals, but yet they're their county brethren.
Guaranteed Frontier Athletic Conference in a regional semifinal or a district championship game. That's Miami Trace in there.
3-1 pitch to Nolan Johnson is fouled out of play for strike 2.
3 of the 4 teams left from our conference. That's pretty impressive.
It is. A good statement made by the FAC in the tournament. Can't look at it any other way.
Nope. Full count.
Here comes the full count pitch to Nolan Johnson. Swing and a miss. Out number 1.
Said he foul tipped it, the umpire did, but Kaufman held on to it.
Pitcher, number 11, Gavin Jones.
Jones has walked and singled, been on both times. He drove in the Ironmen's only run so far. In there for strike 1.
Lynch has gotten stronger as the game went on. Ironmen have not scored since the first inning.
And that gets by Kaufman all the way to the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike. Called strike 2 on the corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
This breaking pitch really has been working for him, Pete, as you said, the last 3 innings.
Called strike 3. Another strikeout for Mr. Lynch. He has retired 9 in a row. And here comes Noah Ernst, the 2-out hitter, flied to left and struck out.
Number 25, Noah Ernst.
High and away, ball 1. Rocks and throws. And Ernst tries to hold up, but fouls it towards the courthouse dugout. 1 ball and 1 strike. Count is 1-1, 2 outs, nobody on. And there's a line drive caught by Sam Lux down there at third base. Woo, he really robbed Noah Ernst there to the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. At the end of 6, it's the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 3 and the Jackson Ironmen 1. This is Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM.
Home, it's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than anyone else. Vinton County National Bank wants to help you build that messy, wonderful, cherished place where you can live a life you love for years to come. That's our promise. VCNB, here for you now, here for your future. Visit vcnbfamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Baby, Ramey's Homes is all shook up over our low rock bottom prices. One of America's most popular manufactured and modular homes. Ramey's Homes has the largest selection of quality built manufactured homes in southern Ohio with the most flexible terms available. Don't be cruel. Hurry to Ramey's Mobile Homes, 7 miles west of MacArthur on Route 50 and 2 miles south of Chillicothe on US 23, baby. And we'll see you there, Teddy Bear.
We go to the top half of the 7th inning, and of course the Ironmen badly need to keep Courthouse where they're at within 2 runs and hope that good things happen in the bottom of the 7th. And Gavin Jones still out there. He has pitched very well. They put the bat on the ball some, but still had a number of strikeouts, and all the runs scored by Courthouse in that last inning are officially unearned, as there was an error sandwiched between the first 2 outs of the inning.
The center fielder, number 3, Bryson Heath.
Bryson Heath comes up.
I was going to say Jackson with a 17-game winning streak on the line here, Pete Wilson, plus a district championship.
And that's called strike, or not called strike 1, swing and a miss by Heath. And for the 2nd straight game, Dan, the Ironmen are going to have to come from behind if they're going to stay alive on the tournament trail. And that is a fly ball. The first baseman's going to take it. Kind of a bending little pop-up that didn't go as far as I thought it was going to go, and Ramey Wyatt takes care of it for out number 1. It was in fair territory, so.
Number 22, Aiden Osborne.
Aiden Osborne had a big triple back in the 4th, didn't score. Otherwise, he is chopped out to the mound and struck out. Off-speed pitch stays a little bit low, ball 1. There's a hard grounder, but foul. Ramey Wyatt spears it, but he's in foul territory. Strike 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch. Just missed, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two 1 pitch, and that is a fly ball right to Nolan Johnson out there in left field. Caught it almost in his tracks. Little bending line drive out. That is out number 2. And here is Bryce Yeasel. He is 0 for 3.
Both times Osborne's hit it, he has gone the opposite direction. The one time was a shot to left field fence. This time it turns out to be a fly ball right at Nolan.
Off-speed pitch is called strike 1. A 1 pitch. A little bit wide, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
A lot of zeros on the scoreboard. The Ironman only run came in the 1st. All the runs for Courthouse, there's 3 of them, came in the 6th.
Pitch just missed again, a little bit low, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Starting pitchers have been outstanding for each team.
Jackson's run was earned, for what that's worth. And there's a line drive to right field. He's going to drop in front of Bodie Wolford. He picks it up and will return it to the second baseman, Campbell. And the inning will continue for John Wall.
There are 3 and 4 hitters coming up now. And as you said, Jackson needs to keep this game within reach here. It's a 3-1 deficit. Can't allow Courthouse anymore.
Well, with 1 out in the 6th, Wall was the one who hit that fly ball where the ball was dropped out there in center field. And then so it went. There's a line drive into center field. It's going to fall in front of Cade Wolford, and putting the brakes on at second base is Aiden Osborne. And so Yeasel with the single to right, Wall with the single to center. And there's 2 runners on with 2 out for Sam Lotz.
2 out noise here for Courthouse.
The third baseman,
Once again, don't want to reiterate too much. I'd like to know what John Wall's batting average is this year. He looks really solid there at the plate.
Well, Lotz took a called 3rd strike, which at the time seemed very big. That was before Courthouse was able to score, and he was a cleanup hitter with 2 runners on base. He took a called 3rd strike on a 3-2 pitch. That pitch is high, ball 1. Nice fastball right in there. 1 ball and 1 strike.
1-1, 2 outs. 2 on, 2 down. The Ironman in runs.
1-1 pitch. Took something off the off-speed pitch, and it's outside for ball 2.
Oh, good
Give the inside
pitch.
corner, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lotz climbs back in there. Courthouse with a couple of 2-out singles here. Threatening here in the 7th inning.
No, Ernst's going to run out and have a little chat with Gavin.
And that is a battery, Dan Morrow, that we will see next year.
Yes.
At least we would expect to.
Both all league, both all district.
And
first
juniors.
teamers. Some quality seniors on this baseball team, but a lot of good underclassmen too coming back.
Here's the pitch, and it's fouled on the screen towards us.
For league purposes, I think Miami Trace is a young baseball team also, playing in a district championship here in a couple hours.
2-2 pitch to Lotz is outside, ball 3. Well, a big pitch here as the Ironmen try to keep within 2. 3-2 the pitch to Lotz, and that is hit in the air. Right fielder, the second baseman Campbell is going back, and he calls for it and takes it.
Nice play by the senior second baseman.
Right, the right fielder Wolford would have had to come a long way, so good play by Campbell. No runs. There was 2 base hits. There was no Jackson errors. 2 runners left on base at the end. At the end of 6.5 innings of play, it's the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 3, the Jackson Ironmen 1. This is Jackson Ironmen baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM.
Start and end your day with McDonald's of Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur. Start your day off with a McGriddle. For lunch, how about a Big Mac or Quarter Pounder with cheese? And dinner, enjoy some McNuggets or maybe a great shake and fries. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're always cooking up something great from your Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur McDonald's. And I'm loving it. And you will too.
Cause we care about you. Go with Monroe, we'll get you on the road. We make it oh so easy. Monroe's frame and collision. Our work says it all.
Bottom of the 7th, the designated hitter, number 12, Xander Irvin.
Bottom of the 7th inning, and this is do or die now for the Ironmen. Down 2. It will be Xander Irvin, Ramey Wyan, and Cade Wolford, the scheduled hitters, against Evan Lynch, who though the last 3 innings has been golden. He is, as a matter of fact, he has retired 10 in a row. That pitch is down low, ball 1. So Xander trying very hard to get on base and get something started here.
Ironmen need 2 runs. It's been a resilient group. This is a 23-4 baseball team, so I think we have to have confidence they can make something happen here.
He is singled and grounded out. He's hit the ball hard twice.
We are facing an Evan Lynch who has been nothing but outstanding on the mound.
That's inside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
Good to see Xander get ahead of the count a little bit here.
Lynch trying to finish it out. The Ironmen trying to come back. The 2-0 pitch is inside, ball 3.
Xander, the senior, can be a little more selective now.
See if Irvin is taking. I wouldn't doubt it. Squares to bunt, pulls the bat back, called strike 1.
Showed bunt, pulled it back, so he was taking on that one.
3 balls and 1 strike. Still ahead in the count. 3-1 pitch coming. Outside, ball 4. So Irvin does what he's supposed to do. He gets on base to lead off this inning, and here's Ramey Wyant. Popped up to second and took a called 3rd strike.
Senior drew the walk, and Xander Irvin, senior now, Ramey Wyant up to the plate. And they're going to talk things over with Coach McGraw, but I think we're going to see a pinch runner for Xander. It would be late in camp. We've seen him do this numerous times. Good speed on the base pass.
Right, and Leighton Camp, of course, scored a run on Monday.
Yes,
as a
he
pinch
did.
runner.
Now we're going to see a meeting at the mount as the coach and the whole infield once again will meet out there with their pitcher, talk things over.
You know, probably the coach trying to settle everything down, not try to let anything get away from them right here as they have the advantage with a 2-run lead with the potential tying run at the plate. Probably also just maybe asking Evan Lynch how he feels, because he has had good control. I think he has only 2 walks in this game.
As you said, 9 batters before Xander Irvin had been outs for the Ironmen. Xander draws the walk, breaks that string.
Lynch looks over
get
at first
something
base.
going.
Pitch to Wyatt is down low, ball 1. Kaufman keeps it in front of him.
Kaufman's done a very good job, as Noah Ernst, of keeping the ball in front of him. The big backdrop here allows runners to advance easily if they get past the catcher.
Lynch looks over, snap throw over there, and Leighton Camp has to go back hands first. Wyatt yet to see a pitch. And another snap throw over there, and good stop there by the first baseman, Yeasel. It was a little low. So definitely Camp's got the attention of Evan Lynch. Now he comes to the plate. Called strike 1 on the inside corner. Oh, 1 pitch. Called strike 2.
Took a little something off that one and got the outside corner.
So Wyatt in an 0-2 hole. Evan Lynch getting ahead of the batter after walking the first man. Another quick throw over there. Camp not getting that far off, but good snap throws there by Evan Lynch. A good quick move and accurate.
Catches by Yeasel, as he's made a couple that were down in the dirt. If those get through, that would sure be an advantage.
0-2 pitch.
Hits him.
Oh, boy. He didn't want that to happen.
How many
pitch
times,
on an 0-2 pitch.
How many times this year have we seen Ramey Wyatt get hit by a pitch? He stands in there when they're on the inside corner.
We're going to see another pinch runner. I believe that is Eli Ray.
Good speed on the bases now, and a nice job by back-to-back seniors to get this inning started the right way. Xander Irvin draws the walk. Ramey Wyatt stands in there on an inside pitch. It makes contact, so he gets hit by a pitch. We got 2 on, nobody out.
And now looks like we're going to get a pitching change because the coach is coming back out again, and he's motioning for somebody in the dugout to come in.
Having to field, don't you think Lynch must tell him he's a little bit tired, as well as he had pitched the 10 previous batters had been outs by Lynch, but now the Ironman with the first 2 on here in the bottom of the 7th.
And let's see who the pitcher is here. Looking for a number here. It is number 11. Is that Yeasel? That is Yeasel.
Yeasel.
The first baseman comes over to pitch.
We'll get his allotment of warm-up pitches.
He will face Cade Wolford. Interesting decision for Coach McGraw. Very apparent. Jackson needs 2 runs. Does he have Cade Wolford sacrifice, who has speed, but maybe give up an out to move those runners along? Big
but also,
question.
When you sacrifice with Cade, you have a perfect opportunity of him beating it out also.
Yeah, that is true. You know, your odds are not as
not like a normal person, right? He's not a normal person. He has outstanding speed getting down first base. Be curious to see how he treats this. Now, Coach McGraw, while they're getting their warm-up pitches, has had an opportunity to talk with both his runners on base.
Both pinch runners, by the way.
Yes. Eli Ray is now talking with Coach Williams in the first baseman box, and Leighton Campbell ran all the way down to the 3rd box to get a little bit of information from Coach McGraw.
And remember, of course, with a runner on second, Sam Lotz, who we know can field the position. Well, he's not down there anymore. Number 11, who is that over there? At second base, or at third base. Bryce Yeasel is over at third. That is Lotz pitching. Okay, we saw that wrong. I thought it was 11, but it's 12. It is Sam Lotz moving over from third base. He is the pitcher.
Well, one thing it did by putting him on the mound, it takes away what's been the best fielder of the game, and that is Lots at third base has made some fabulous plays down there.
And Yeasel, who had been a very good first baseman, is now over at third. And the new first baseman is number 16. Well, it's Cooper Robertson, who had been the designated hitter. Now he's in the field at first base.
Umpire was allowing the press box all that information that it took us a few moments to figure out.
The center fielder, number 8, Cade Wolford.
Another senior at the plate for Coach McGraw.
Ball one, Cade did square to bunt and then held the bat back, and the pitch was a little low and away.
We've seen Cade get good bunts down that third base line, and
third baseman could field it, but that would, of course, concede the base. They're probably willing to do that. 1-0 pitch. Cade squares again, and that's high and away, ball two. Neither of those pitches particularly close, Dan.
Not yet. Head of the count, 2 balls, no strikes, 2 on, nobody out.
Two-0 pitch coming. And Yeasel steps off the mound to maybe throw back at second, but there's no fielder back there. And
just keeping Leighton Camp a little honest, I think.
He wasn't very far off base, but of course he wants to get a good lead, especially with a bunt coming. And there's a good bunt. Oh, and they get him at third base. Good play there by Lotz. Made a good decision. It was bunted kind of hard, and he was willing to take the chance and throw to third, and he does get the lead runner there. So Wolford is on the fielder's choice. Camp is erased on the force out at third, 1-5, and now the runner at second is Eli Ray. The runner at first is Cade Wolford, and here is Bodie Wolford.
Once again, the Ironmen still have very good speed on the base path.
1 out now, still 2 on, but at the same place they were a batter ago. First pitch to Wolford is a swing and a miss for strike 1. And there's a ground ball. Third baseman's got it. He's got to take the force out at third base. Very smart. That was an easy one. 5 unassisted, as of course there was a runner coming to third. So now we've got Cade Wolford at second. We've got Bodie Wolford at first on the fielder's choice. But there are 2 outs now with Boston Campbell coming up. The Ironmen down to their last out. They do have the potential tying runs on base.
Winning run at the plate.
Pitch to Campbell. Down low, ball 1. Bodie Wolford over at first base. They're not even bothering to hold him on. Washington Courthouse playing for that very important third out and final out of the game.
Wall, the shortstop,
if things stay as they are.
Trying to keep Eli Ray at least close.
Called strike on the corner. No balls and 1 strike. Pitch to Campbell. Little low, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Or 2 balls, 1 strike.
I'm sorry, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two 1 pitch to Campbell. And that is hit in the air. Right field. No, the second baseman is going back. And he's got it. Washington Courthouse Blue Lions have defeated the Jackson Ironmen 3-1, and they are very jubilant as they came from behind and defeated the higher seeded team. And after going to the state tournament last year, Dan, they're going at least to the regional tournament, so congratulations to them.
Quite a celebration by Courthouse. Seemed like we had that 1-0 lead forever, Pete Wilson, then they explode for those 3 runs in the 6th inning, and were able to get the Ironmen last 6 outs and win this baseball game. The Ironmen are going to be runner-ups in the district. They end up the season with a 23-5 overall record. That does break a 17-game winning streak.
All right, well, the inning started off, Dan, very well for the Ironmen. The first 2 runners get on a walk and a hit by pitch. They change pitchers, and they're able then, even though the Ironmen put the bat on the ball, they're able to get 3 straight outs and get out of the inning and win the game 3-1.
It was a pitcher's duel all the way through, but my gosh, what a lot of, just so much tension in that game. And,
right, well, you know, there's no way, you know, in a close game and with a district championship on the line, there's no way that a loss is easy to take.
No, it won't be, and it's a very despondent-looking Jackson team headed to their dugout. Now they will receive medallions and a trophy because they are district runner-ups, which this was, you know, just a finish to a spectacular season, just not the kind of finish we were hoping for.
No, a close game. Jackson got 1 run in the first and looked like they, you know, were going to be able to hit Evan Lynch, and they did the first 3 innings, but then give that young man a lot of credit because he just got better as the game went on. And then in the 7th inning, you know, with the kind of the game on the line a little bit, 2 runners on base, they're able to get those final 3 outs.
Tournament director Rick Edwards is setting up, ready to pass out awards, and we'll see athletic director Waylon Massey and Jackson High School principal Tyler Swackhammer out there. I think they will get the honor to get a hand out the medallions to the individually to each Jackson Ironman player.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to direct your attention to the field, where OHSA board member Mark Rose, along with administrators from both Jackson and Washington Courthouse, will present this evening's district runner-up and district championship.
And they're just getting ready to present medallions to the Ironmen. Everybody will get one. I mean, they have achieved mightily. Went all the way to the district championship. One of the final 32 teams in the state and very close to being, you know, one of the top 16, a very closely played game here.
Announcing the Ironmen numerically, Bodie Wooford, Tucker Williams, 1 and 2, getting the first of the medallions. Getting a handshake from athletic director Massey and principal Swackhammer. Be a nice district runner-up trophy to go into the trophy case. Back at Jackson High School. 17 games in a row, Pete Wilson. My, have they provided a lot of thrills this year. It has been an extremely fun baseball team to follow.
Yeah, the Ironmen finished 23-5. Boy, that is very good.
Yes, it is.
Courthouse Blue Lions, their record not as good, but they're not going to remember that. They're going to remember their tournament run, which now takes them right back here a week from Thursday, 2 p.m. against the winner of the game that's going to follow us, the Miami Trace Panthers and the Waverly Tigers, who both, by the way, pulled off an upset, based on the seeding at least,
Seeding-wise, there
Tuesday.
has been really nothing but upsets in this district tournament. Now the top 4 seeds of the district have gone down to defeat.
Yeah, Courthouse came in as the number 9 seed. Jackson, the number 4 seed. Seeds 1, 2, and 3 all have already fallen. Seed number 1's Unioto in the sectional, and then seeds 2 and 3 here in the district semifinals.
Baseball
right on the stadium.
So different from basically football, especially, and a little bit basketball, in that even any given night, good pitching can win baseball games for you, and Courthouse got that tonight. Got an outstanding pitching performance by Evan Lynch and finished nicely by Sam Lotz, and they were able to come away with a 3-1 victory.
Yep, they certainly earned it. They, did what they did what they had to do to win it. And, once again, Dan just kind of stresses again the competition and the quality of the Frontier Athletic Conference.
Certainly top to bottom, just such a skilled league. They're all nice sized schools. They're obviously Division II schools now. Everything's going to change next year, as we know. As instead of 4 divisions, they will go to 7 divisions set up in there. But wow, they a solid team. The Ironmen had defeated them earlier in the season twice. But once, as we've said, you just never know. And tonight it looked like the Ironmen were on the way to getting another third victory against Courthouse, 1-0 going into the 6th inning, but boy, Courthouse came up strong. 3 unearned runs. That's the heartbreaking part of it there, but it was a heartbreaking loss last year in the district semifinal here, talking with Coach McGraw, and it's kind of a heartbreaking loss. Once again, we'll have to talk to him again in the post game here in the district championship game.
Well, you got to look at everything in the context of the season. Certainly a lot of achievements along the way. The 23 wins, the undisputed Frontier Athletic Conference Championship, the 17-game victory, the sectional championship, and of course the district semifinal victory. And it all finally ends tonight. Started way early when the team started practicing, but one of the never lose track of the fact that this was one of the finest seasons in Jackson High School history. But Dan, that's the way high school sports works. There's only one team standing at the end.
Well, how lucky are we? Total Media does so much coverage of high school sports here at Jackson High School. What fun we've had through an outstanding football season, league champions, a basketball season, which the girls team was a league champion, the boys team, a very strong season on their part of it. We get to see another Frontier Athletic Championship in the baseball team. We were able to cover all those sports, Pete Wilson. It has been an honor, but it's always tough. Something's just about tournaments, they end too abruptly.
Oh, they do.
You either win the state championship or you usually end in heartbreak.
Well, yeah, it's what's the old phrase? It can be cruel,
yes.
One and done.
Yes, it can.
So the Ironmen are done, but once again, we said with a 23-5 record in another outstanding game here that was tightly played, could have gone either way. Ironmen leading 1-0 all the way until Courthouse scored those 3 runs, unearned runs, in the 6th inning. Well, we're going to take a break. Guys, if you're paying attention, we're going to take a break about 5 minutes here. We're going to give Coach Josh McGraw a chance to get up here. I know he's going to have some things to probably say to his team. When we come back, we will summarize the game, and we'll talk to Coach Josh McGraw. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM.
How do you hothead? Build your own burrito or bowl, or pick a craft recipe from Leroy's lineup. At Hothead Burritos, we have bold burrito and bowl combinations, like the Hawaiian with fresh pineapple, seasoned chicken, and sweet habanero sauce. The Jalapeno Ranch, loaded with tender, meaty steak. And Leroy's Spicy Chicken, featuring our famous Hothead sauce. Burrito or bowl, our craft menu features even more of what you love. More choices, more flavor. It's all yours at Hothead Burritos.
Financial advisor Chad Niddle of Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Cincinnati Reds baseball on 97 Country the Bull, WCJO.
I'm Chad Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones financial advisor. I believe feeling rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about living life on your terms, with financial strategies that help support a life you love. Because the key to being rich is knowing what counts. So contact me today at 740-286-4872 and let's find your rich.
Edward Jones, Member Securities Investor Protection Corp.
Osborne Equipment Service.
Is Ralph there?
You sure you've got the right number?
Is he there?
Well, what's he look like?
He's got white hair and spots.
Is Ralph your dog?
He's a Dalmatian.
Why would he be here at Osborne Equipment Service?
You always say you have something for everyone.
We do, with service for trucks, trailers, buses, and RVs, and we're family owned and operated. Maybe you should look in your backyard for Ralph.
I'll just call his cell phone.
Your diesel specialist since 1979. Osborne Equipment Service in Jackson, Ohio. Call 800-937-3501.
Southeast Appalachian Regional Community Health of Ohio is proud to present The Search Project. The Search Project through the Jackson County Health Department is a program designed to decrease the negative impacts of COVID-19 and other public health issues and promote healthy behaviors through the deployment of community health work. The project is funded by CDC and serves 11 counties in southeastern Ohio. For more information, contact the Jackson County Health Department at 740-935-6322.
Sir, we're receiving an urgent message from Honda Suzuki of Jackson.
Stand by. It's the Polaris liquidation sale. Everything must go for a limited time only. Hurry into Honda Suzuki Polaris Can-Am and KO of Jackson now for the best selection. Check out the full inventory at HondaofJackson.com or call 740-286-4956. Yes, we have it on radar. Look at that big red roof. Do not wait. Immediate financing available. The Polaris liquidation sale happening now. Honda Suzuki Polaris Can-Am and KO of Jackson.
Home, it's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than anyone else. Vinton County National Bank wants to help you build that messy, wonderful, cherished place where you can live a life you love for years to come. That's our promise. VCNB, here for you now, here for your future. Visit vcnbfamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Baby, Ramey's Homes is all shook up over our low rock bottom prices. One of America's most popular manufactured and modular homes. Ramey's Homes has the largest selection of quality built to manufactured homes in southern Ohio with the most flexible terms available. Don't be cruel. Hurry to Ramey's Mobile Homes, 7 miles west of MacArthur on Route 50 and 2 miles south of Chillicothe on US 23, baby. And we'll see you there, Teddy Bear.
Hurry down to Cellhouse Rock.
Start and end your day with McDonald's of Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur. Start your day off with a McGriddle. For lunch, how about a Big Mac or Quarter Pounder with cheese? And dinner, enjoy some McNuggets or maybe a great shake and fries. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're always cooking up something great from your Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur McDonald's. And I'm loving it. And you will too.
Cause we care about you. Go with Monroe, we'll get you on the road. We make it oh so easy. Monroe's Frame and Collision. Our work says it all.
How do you hunt head? Build your own burrito or bowl, or pick a craft recipe from Leroy's lineup. At Hothead Burritos, we have bold burrito and bowl combinations, like the Hawaiian with fresh pineapple, seasoned chicken, and sweet habanero sauce. The Jalapeno Ranch, loaded with tender, meaty steak. And Leroy's Spicy Chicken, featuring our famous Hothead sauce. Burrito or bowl, our craft menu features even more of what you love. More choices, more flavor. It's all yours at Hothead Burritos.
All right, we're back here at Bob Wren Stadium here on the campus of Ohio University, and the Jackson Ironmen season has sadly come to an end in a very tautly played district championship game. The way it works, only one team can be standing at the end. It is the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions, and Coach leading 1-0 late in the game. Courthouse pushes across 3 runs in the 6th inning, and they were able to make that stand up, and you got to give your hat off to them. They had a good pitching performance from Evan Lynch, and they played errorless baseball, and I guess they put enough good plays together to get by you.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they're another really good FAC team, just like we are. You know, I think I said last night, the team that makes the least amount of mistakes is probably going to win, and they played great defense today. You know, we had a little trouble, but that's baseball. We've had a great season. It's always tough to get to the last one because these kids put in so much work all year. Especially their 4 years. Seniors have made everybody very proud the way they handled themselves for 4 years in this program. It'll be really sad to see them go. But yeah, you want to come out with a win. But it's tough game.
Right. Well, when you're getting to the district final, whoever you're going to play, they're either a very good team or they're playing very well.
Right.
And Courthouse, they were right with us early in the season. We beat them twice to kind of knock them out of the race, and they got a little bit of revenge there. But as you said, Coach, you got to look at it at the context of the season. Dan and I were talking about this while you were making your way up here. You're talking about a team that went 23-5. I'm sure one of the best records in our school history.
Right.
A team that won 23 games. I'm not sure a team has won more than that. And a team that won 17 games in a row coming into this game. An undisputed Frontier Athletic Conference championship. And really, that if you have some perspective, and I know it's hard to do right now, this was one of the finest seasons in school history. Everybody should be proud of that.
It was. That's what we tried to talk about, because you don't get a lot of time with the award ceremony. You don't get a lot of time to spend with your kids. You wish you kind of, like other sports, you go to the locker room and you get a minute, but this isn't that type of sport. But I tried to stress to them, one game doesn't take away from your season, your career. It doesn't define who you are. You still have to be, proud of yourself. You won an FAC title. What a lot of people don't realize, you look at the banner in our gym, I think we only have 12 in the last 90 years. We have 6 in the last 10. These guys, won 3 league titles in their career. That's big time. They won 23 games this year. Wish we had the records. I don't know if that's the most, but it's up there. It probably is. They showed up all year, practice playing, and did a great job and made their school and their community proud. They made their coaching staff proud. It was very fun to coach this group of players. We're going to miss the ones that leave, but we're excited about the ones coming back. We got a lot of good talent. We don't have to rebuild, and we're going to reload, and we're going to go at it again.
Right, I know, and you talked about this in the big fundraiser, the Grand Slam Supper, before we even played a single game, looking at how this group of seniors has put together a great string of success over 3 years, heading into the 4th, and of course now they've capped it off with another great season. But Boston Campbell, Xander Irvin, Ramey Wyant. Lyric Malone, A.J. Graham. I know you want to tip your hat to your 6 seniors because, they're always your leaders. And in this case, you also had some of your top performers who were the upperclassmen.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Cade Wolford, I don't know if you said his name, but he's going to be missed. We had him in the outfield, and he was a 4-year starter. Boston Campbell, a 3-year starter, and Ramey Wyant, I think he was a 2-year. Xander, had a great season. It was awesome to get Lyric Malone back out for baseball this year. Just a fine young man. I can't wait to see what his future holds. And A.J. Graham, I don't know if you guys know at home, but A.J. is actually a school valedictorian. He's a 2-sport athlete, and spends a lot of time throughout the year on the bus, but finds a way to get a 4.0 GPA, and he's a valedictorian of our school. Those guys will be missed. Yeah, I don't know how many games they end up winning for their career. I think we needed 13 wins to break the record, and we ended up with 23. So we broke the record by 10 games. That's pretty impressive. I know the junior class is excited to break it next year. They'll probably give it a good shot. But, those kids got to be proud of what they accomplished in their 4 years of baseball. I know I sure am. I'm proud of them. They're some dogs. Their work ethic, they're great players, multi-sport players, and they were fun to watch and just fun to have as Ironmen in our Ironman community.
Right, and as a team, this is just our view from a distance. It seemed to be very coachable kids who always went about their business, very polite, off the field and like that, and they seem to have good team chemistry.
Yeah, exactly. Their chant at the end of every huddle is family, and they believe it. They act like it. They're very respectful young men, whether it's a 9th grader or 12th grader in our program, and that helps because it's expected in our school and our community, and our community treats them like their own sons, and they act that way and very respectful all the time. They know the situation they're in. Playing baseball and other sports at Jackson High School is a privilege and an honor. And our goal this year, one of our goals, is to build a team and have a season the community can be proud of. And that's always a goal for us. We want to make our community proud, day in and day out by how we act and how we play.
All right, well, Coach Josh McGraw, we certainly thank you for coming up. No, it wasn't the easiest thing to do after, a loss with so much on the line. Hard no matter how it happens, but we do appreciate that. We congratulate you. You congratulate everybody else. We'll congratulate you on, being the head coach and all your staff for what they do, because it's been sustained success and excellence here in the Jackson baseball program, and I have every confidence that will continue, and we thank you for what you do.
I appreciate you, Pete.
All right.
You too, Dan.
Thank you very much, Coach McGraw. And Dan Morrow, we've wrapped it up. This game went a little quicker than the game the other night, however, didn't end quite as well. If you're an Ironmen fan, but, once again, you got to look at the big picture.
Well, you bragged about the 6 seniors. Have they set the bar high here at Jackson High School baseball, along with Coach McGraw, and a great nucleus of underclassmen coming back for next year? And as he said, they're ready to keep that, tradition going. But it's been 4 straight 20-plus win seasons in a row for Jackson Ironmen baseball. It took them one more step from last year. They were the district semifinal last year. Now they're in the district final, and I think they want to kick that door in. That next group, I think, is thinking that already.
All right. Well, once again, one of salute those seniors: Boston Campbell, Ryan Simets, Xander Irvin, Cade Wooford, Lyric Malone, and A.J. Graham. So, from Bob Wren Memorial Stadium, this has been Pete Wilson with Dan Morrow, along with our video streaming crew. Once again, if you want to go back and see any part of this game, because it was a good game, even though it was a loss, you can check it out. It will be posted on the Total Media Facebook page and the Total Media YouTube page. Once again, we want to give a shout out once again to our sponsors. We thank them for hanging with us all year and also sponsoring the video streaming as well. So, for Dan Morrow and everybody else that's been part of this broadcast, good evening and good 2024 on this